Hey guys, this is Basketball Star 1130, and I'm finally back with my Week 1 NFL picks. I can't believe we're at this point where the NFL season is starting in 2 days. It felt so doubtful with the coronavirus and COVID-19 and the concerns. Some stadiums and fields and domes not allowing fans, some not allowing fans. The NFL is leaving it up to certain teams. But I can't believe we're at this point. Anyway, I can't wait for this. NFL weekly pick'ems. I'm using the CBS Sports app this year. I'm in a pool with some of my family members, so that's why I'm using it this year. I'm still gonna do ESPN too, but on my own time. I had some issues with ESPN on the video and the screen recording here, so for my videos I'm gonna use the CBS Sports app. Again, I'm in a pool with some of my family members, so that's why. If Twitter notifications pop up, sorry, I just follow a lot of accounts, so I'll try to get rid of those swipe up on those as soon as I can. But anyway, I'll be doing these weekly. Last year I didn't do them weekly. I stopped after like week 5 because I had some technical issues with the ESPN Pick'ems, ESPN Fantasy app, the Fantasy Sports app. So that anyway, I'm going to be using the CBS Sports app for my weekly pick videos. So yeah. Anyway, let's get started. I can't believe we're here. Like I said. Yeah, so let's get started. First, Thursday Night Football, Texans at Chiefs. Chiefs are allowing fans. It's a weird number, though. They're allowing, 30% capacity. They're going to have to be, wearing masks, and, they can only take them off when they're actively eating food. So, yeah, but Texans at Chiefs. I'm going to go with... By the way, I won't be breaking down... Okay, I won't be breaking down the Thursday night football. I won't be breaking down all 3 Thursday nights in my matchups this year. I will be breaking down only the Bills matchup because they're my favorite team on Sundays, and the Sunday night football primetime matchup, just because I think Sunday night football is the prime time everyone watches. So Sunday night football is the best out of the 3 nights. So yeah, but Texans at Chiefs, Deshaun Watson versus Patrick Mahomes. I think this will be a shootout. Texans secondary is awful. Chiefs secondary is okay with Bashaud Breeland. He got arrested, so I think he's suspended for the first 4 or 5 games. I think he's suspended for 4 games because he got arrested early this offseason. So yeah, Deshaun Watson versus Patrick Mahomes. Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, and the Chiefs secondary. I think this will be a shootout, though, not much defense. Even though the Chiefs have Chris Jones, Frank Clark. Frank Clark needs to break out, but I think the Chiefs will win. I'm not going to be giving score predictions again. I'm only going to be giving score predictions for the Buffalo Bills, which in this case, this Sunday. I'll probably release that either Thursday or Friday, fresh off the weekend here, or fresh beginning to go into the weekend, so score predictions for only Sunday Night Football matchups and Bills matchups, because last year it was too much for me with school and everything else, and it's my last year of high school, senior year. I start senior year Thursday, so, yeah, anyway, that's what I'll be doing. So I picked the Chiefs to beat the Texans at home. Next, Packers at Vikings. This is the first time the Vikings have opened a season against the Packers in forever, it feels like. Yeah, in for pretty much a really long time. So, and there's going to be no fans, so that's sad. But, Packers at Vikings, since there's no fans, the Vikings team gets loud. I'm going to go with the Packers here. Anyone could win the NFC North this year. Also, either later today or tomorrow, I'll be giving my division placings and my playoff predictions, final season predictions, so look out for that either later today or early tomorrow. So yeah, Packers beat the Vikings even though they're the away team. Next, Bears at Lions. I don't think the Bears and Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace, their GM, made the right choice to go with Mitchell Trubisky as the starter. You have a Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl winning quarterback, and Nick Foles, vested veteran. He can get, and he's not some shabby guy, veteran, some old guy. He can actually get it done. But since they're starting Mitchell Trubisky, I think after 4 or 5 weeks they're gonna switch it up to Nick Foles, because that offense is catered more toward Nick Foles in my opinion. So yeah, but I'm gonna go with the Lions. The Lions, you don't want to play them early because they're they're healthy. The Lions and Titans, but mainly the Lions. They're healthy. They have Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is balling out. He's doing great. So you don't want to play them early in the season, but I'm going to pick the Lions at home. Next, Dolphins at Patriots. Some people are picking the upset. I'm gonna pick the Patriots though. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Patriots. Even though I don't like doing that, I'm not excited, but it's gonna be interesting to see how Cam Newton fits with that new look Patriots offense. All those RPOs that they're gonna run, and all those different stats they're gonna run. Patriots will win at home here. Miami Dolphins are starting Ryan Fitzpatrick week 1 over Tua Tagovailoa. Their round 1 fifth overall pick from this past 2020 NFL draft, left-handed quarterback from Alabama. I think that's the right choice. Ryan Fitzpatrick is a veteran. He was the leading rusher for the Dolphins last year, which is pretty sad, but yeah. It's sad because it was only like 435 yards or something. So, yeah. What is this? Okay. Colts at Jaguars. I'm going to pick the Colts. There's no way the Jaguars... No way, I missed a matchup. Okay, well, we'll go back to that. Colts... I knew I did. Whatever. Colts at Jaguars. I'm interested to see how Phillip Rivers... He already took a high school coaching job, so I don't know if he's invested in this franchise long-term or not, because after he retires, he already took a coaching job for post-retirement, but, yeah, I think Colts win. Gardner Minshew, I don't think is the real deal. I think they'll struggle. They have decent weapons. DJ Chark Jr., DJ Chark Jr., Laviska Shenault Jr., or Laviska Shenault, whatever. DJ Chark Jr., Laviska Shenault, and Dede Westbrook, and maybe Keelan Cole can break out. But he'll probably get cut after this year. But, yeah, I think the Colts will win. Next, well, this was technically before, but Eagles at Washington football team. Now, this will be a close one. I am going to pick the Eagles, though. I'm going to pick the Eagles, though, because Carson Wentz, early in the season, he's balling out. So, hopefully he doesn't get injured. And Dwayne Haskins. Alex Smith, Ron Rivera said he's comfortable giving Alex Smith snaps if need be. Because he's on the final 53-man roster. Also, I only did this in week 1 last year, but I'm going to be committed to it and continue all throughout the season. I'm going to do upset alerts for every week. So, teams that could surprisingly be upset by the team they're facing, if that makes sense. I'll get into more details when I do that video. That will probably come tomorrow as well. So, look out for that. Next, Jets at Bills. I'll pick my winner here, but I won't go into a full breakdown. I'll just pick the winner. Don't go score anything. I'm not going to say anything else just because I'm doing a video on that either. Probably most likely Friday. I said Thursday, Friday, but at this point it's probably Friday because I got a lot of content to push out and make. Anyway, so Bills beat the Jets. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Next, Browns at Ravens. I think Ravens win at home. Ravens win at home. The Browns were away last year, and they, beat them bad. Not bad, but they beat them by a good amount, Ravens, last year, even though the Browns were the away team. So the Browns and Ravens split away games, which is weird, but, yeah, they split away games. I don't think Baker has all those offensive weapons: Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, David Njoku, Austin Hooper at tight end, those two, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb in the backfield. And they drafted Jedrick Wills from Alabama. Jedrick Wills from Alabama, so we'll see how the offensive line holds up. We'll see how the O-line holds up, but I think Lamar Jackson will be electric in this game. I'm worried the Browns defense might be one of the worst defenses in football because Grant Delpit went down with a season-ending injury with a torn ACL 2 weeks ago, so, But the Baltimore Ravens win at home there. Next, Oakland Raiders at Carolina Panthers. This one's tough. The Raiders are a little bit better built than the Panthers, just a little. I'm going to pick the Panthers, though. No one knows how to plan for that Joe Brady college-style offense. He was the offensive coordinator at LSU, won a national championship, orchestrated one of the best college seasons ever, which was quarterback Joe Burrow, afterwards the number one overall pick to the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Carolina Panthers will win. The Raiders' defense might be one of the worst in football, too. They traded away Garyon Conley 2 years ago at their trade deadline. He wasn't even very good. Or was it last year? And I think it was actually last year, because there wasn't much trade deadline last year, but I think right before the season started, they traded him to the Texans. Last offseason, not this past one, the 2019 offseason. Anyway, I'm rambling on, but the Carolina Panthers win. Teddy Bridgewater, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, Robbie Anderson, they can get it done against the Raiders. I think the Raiders' defense will be one of the worst in football, although they have some nice young pieces on the defensive line. Max Crosby was very surprising last year. Arden Key, he hasn't really impressed me yet, but not Christian Wilkins, his former Clemson teammate, Clelin Ferrell, Clelin Ferrell, he's got to break out, too. It was a surprising pick that they took Ferrell at 4 in the 2019 draft, the year before this draft. But, yeah, but he's got to be good. But I think the Carolina Panthers will win. This will be a very close game, in my opinion, though. Next, Seattle Seahawks at Atlanta Falcons. I'm going with the Seahawks. I just don't believe. I think the people are hyping the Falcons just a little bit. You're either on the Falcons bandwagon, you think they'll do great, or you think they'll do terrible. I think they'll do middle ground, because you're never going to be terrible with Matt Ryan and Julio Jones and now Todd Gurley and Calvin Ridley. So they have a decent amount of weapons, and Ito Smith at backup running back. I was actually thinking of picking him up in my fantasy league because I have Carlos Hyde. I want to get rid of Carlos Hyde, but that's a topic for another day. I might start doing fantasy content next week too, after the games, after NFL ramps up here. So yeah. But tell me in the comments below if you guys want fantasy football content. I had my draft Sunday night. I'm in with my family, some of my family members again. Anyway, Seattle Seahawks beat Atlanta Falcons. Russell Wilson will be able to feed off this Atlanta Falcons defense. I don't think the Falcons defense will be able to contain the Seahawks and all their weapons. Russell Wilson, Chris Carson, Carlos Hyde as their backup now, even though I don't think he'll have a lot of production. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, David Moore. So, yeah, and Jayon Brown. Is he still there? No, I don't think he's there. But you get the point. So, a lot of weapons for the Seahawks. So, I think they'll win. Next, Chargers at Bengals. Ooh, this will be a very close game, in my opinion, too. The Chargers are starting Tyrod Taylor, which people are split on it. I think that's a good move, but people are saying if you take a quarterback that high, number 6 overall, in Justin Herbert, like the Chargers did, then you got to have plans to start him. He's your future. But I think they start Tyrod Taylor. I think that after 5 or 6 weeks, they'll switch to Justin Herbert. They'll go to Justin Herbert. But I think the Cincinnati Bengals will win in this game. If Derwin James was still there, I would say the Chargers would win. Well, he's still there, but if he wasn't injured and went down for a season, I would say the Chargers win. But, yeah, but, yeah, sorry. The Bengals win here. Yeah, the Chargers always start off very terrible in the middle of the year. They always begin the year. I'll start 1-3, 0-4, 2. Not really 2-2, but they always start sub 500, and that's not gonna get it done. They always surge late year, and they're always pushing for the playoffs. So, but I think the Cincinnati Bengals win here. I think Joe Burrow will have a good day. So, yeah, and Joe Mixon just got an extension, and Giovanni Bernard. There's a report. I think he will get a lot of snaps this year, maybe on not special teams, but he'll have a bigger role this year. So, anyway, Cardinals at 49ers. Yeah, Cardinals at 49ers. This is such a tough game because the NFC West may be one of the best, if not the best division in football, right up there with the NFC North. Anyone could win the NFC North, and maybe it's not as close, but anyone could win the NFC West. Rams, Seahawks, 49ers. Rams, Seahawks, 49ers, Cardinals. Again, I'll give you my division placings and final playoff predictions and Super Bowl predictions and final season predictions, probably most likely tomorrow. because I have a lot of content in the next couple of days for football season. The NFL is back on videos. So anyway, just because the 49ers are home, I'm picking the 49ers. Both teams are accustomed to playing in warm weather. If the Cardinals were home, I would pick the Cardinals. But I'm picking the 49ers here. I think the defense will be able to contain Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. I'm just going to pick the 49ers. So Jimmy Garoppolo's got to improve this year. He's too conservative. They run the ball too much. They need to get Jimmy Garoppolo going early here. But I think the San Francisco 49ers beat the Arizona Cardinals. Next, Tampa. Ooh, this is a great matchup. Maybe the matchup of the week for me. Maybe the best matchup for a lot of people, in my opinion. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at New Orleans Saints. A lot of people are hyping up for good reason. Don't get me wrong. For good reason. People are hyping up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a lot. I just maybe they'll start out slow. They do have an immense amount of weapons. They have 3 very reliable tight ends. So I think the New Orleans Saints will win here, though. Anyway, back to my point. They have 3 reliable tight ends and good wideouts. Tom Brady, obviously. Rob Gronkowski, obviously. They had a great offseason. They just added Leonard Fournette, and they have Ronald Jones, and they have LaShawn McCoy, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and they have 3 tight ends. Like I said, Rob Gronkowski, Cameron Brate, and O.J. Howard, and they have, like I said, the running back room, and then they drafted, not Mekhi Becton, he went to the Jets. Who was it? The guy? Tristan Wirfs, that's it. Tristan Wirfs from Iowa. Sorry about that, I had to think for it. Tristan Wirfs from Iowa. So, yeah, but I think the New Orleans Saints will get it done because the Buccaneers defense people are sleeping on it. It's slept on, but, the Saints will be able to score all over its defense, in my opinion. I think this will be another shootout. But the Saints will survive the shootout and win because the Saints have Drew Brees and Michael Thomas. Emmanuel Sanders left for the Steelers, right? Or maybe not. No, yeah. Emmanuel Sanders left for the Steelers this offseason, so they don't have him to rely on in the slot. But so yeah, I think the New Orleans Saints will win, though. Next, we have the Sunday night football game. Again, I will be breaking this down, so I'm not going to give you my score because the Sunday is the best night of football in my opinion. Obviously, Sunday during the day and the afternoon is the best, but of the whole week. But between Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Sunday, it's the marquee matchup in my opinion. So I'm just going to say the winner, and I'm not going to give you a score or break it down or anything. I'm just going to say the Dallas Cowboys are away. They beat the Los Angeles Rams. That's all I'm going to say. Next, we have a doubleheader on Monday night. We always have this for first Monday night of the year. Maybe I can't stay up late for school. I'll be able to see the whole first game between Steelers and Giants. But yeah, people are overreacting this game, taking the Giants win. I see the Pittsburgh Steelers winning because the New York Giants defense is terrible, in my opinion. They also released DeAndre Baker today. Got the report a couple hours ago. They released cornerback DeAndre Baker. He came out of Georgia a couple years ago. They drafted because he had armed robbery charges against him early this offseason with Quentin Dunbar of the Seahawks cornerback. But Quentin Dunbar's charges were dropped. But they released DeAndre Baker for good reason. You don't need that on your team. Anyway, Steelers will feast off this terrible Giants defense. Maybe Saquon Barkley can give them a run for their money. But I don't think the Giants offense is going to be Saquon Barkley in this game. That's about it. Daniel Jones needs to take care of the ball. He might have a fumble or two. So, yeah, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers win. Next, to wrap up week 1 of the NFL season, I can't believe I'm saying that, but to wrap up week 1 of the NFL, it's so surreal in my opinion to me. So to wrap up week 1 of the NFL season, we got Tennessee Titans at Denver Broncos, the second game in the Monday night doubleheader. It would be nice if they did these Monday night doubleheaders at least the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season, not every week, just so we can get more football, primetime matchups. But anyway, Titans at Broncos. This is going to be a very close game in my opinion. But I'm going to pick the Denver Broncos just because that D-line with Bradley Chubb and Von Miller will be able to contain Derrick Henry, I think. Derrick Henry had one of the worst games of his career last year against the Broncos. So, yeah, but because the D-line contained him. Apparently, Bradley Chubb, because he's... Sorry about that. Bradley Chubb, because he's coming off a torn ACL last year. At the end of the season there. He missed half the season, I think. So apparently he'll be on a pitch count or a snap count. Vic Fangio said, whatever you want to call it. So, but I think the Broncos will win. Their secondary is a little questionable. Cornerbacks are a little questionable. They have Justin Simmons at safety. But this is going to be a very, very close game, in my opinion. Okay, guys, let me just make sure I made all my picks. Yep. Okay, 16 out of 16 picks made. Okay, I'm going to submit here, and then I'll end the video. Okay, guys, thank you for save picks. There we go. Thank you for watching this. I will be pumping this out, weekly picks, every single Tuesday, so look out for those. Tomorrow, I will give you my final NFL record predictions, and not record predictions, division placings, playoff predictions, Super Bowl predictions, final NFL season predictions to recap. And then Thursday, I'll have Thursday before the game, when I get home from school, because it's my first day of school. When I get home from school, I'll be doing upset alerts for week 1, and then Friday I'll be doing the Bills versus Jets preview video, and then Saturday I will probably be doing the Saturday I'll probably be doing the Sunday Night Football matchup, the Cowboys versus Rams preview Sunday Night Football. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Tell me your picks in the comments below. I can't believe NFL season is here. It feels like so long, but we're finally here. Anyways, guys, this is Basketball Star 1130. Bye.